Hey guys, it's Sarah and I'm about to get started on another 2 layouts for Annabelle's album redo. So I'm going to start with this one here. I am going to go a little bit out of order as far as where they are in the books just because I wanted to kind of put two together in one video that is I don't have to completely redo it. I'm just going to set this on top and then add to it because there are 2 other layouts in her album that are kind of in between this one and the one I'm going to do today, and they are going to be complete redos. So I'm kind of trying to keep, all of my simple ones together, and then if I'm completely redoing a layout, then I'll do those separately because it'll be like a full normal process video. Anyway, so I'm starting out with this one today. This one is about Annabelle's underbite. Can you see that? Look at that underbite. It's pretty awesome. So that's something we didn't even notice when we first adopted her. It took us a couple days to really realize that she had that, and it's pretty epic. So we got a picture of her with her teeth sticking out. And I'm going to go ahead and just add to this one. I'm going to go with the orange. So there's going to be lots of orange going on. I've pulled a few things here that I'm going to add to it. So that'll be this one. I'm still trying to decide on my title. I thought about doing that underbite though, but I'm also thinking about maybe epic underbite. I think I might do epic underbite. It'll probably fit a little bit easier on here. So I'm still thinking about it, but that's going to be my first one. And then my second one is going to be one that actually has Brody in it. And get all this stuff out of the way here. So this will be the next one. And this is about Annabelle being a very big protector. She is very protective of everyone in her family. If she thinks that one of us is being threatened or in danger or anything, she will, get up wherever she is and she'll stand right in front of us. And she did the same thing with Brody as well. Even though Brody was older, he was 5 years old in this picture when we got Annabelle, and Annabelle was estimated to be about a year old. She was a rescue, so we don't really officially know, but the vet said, based on her size and all of her checkups and everything, that she was probably about a year old. So Brody was older, but she still, like, if anything seemed to be threatening Brody, she would stand in front of him and kind of be the protector. So this is another one that I'm just going to add to it. So I pulled a few things over here, and yeah, so that is going to be what I am going to do today. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this one first. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut down this paper here, and that's actually a Halloween paper from Bella Boulevard, but it's orange and it has just like some plus signs on it, or I don't know if those are technically plus signs or not. And I'm going to cut down the original layout just a little bit to make it not go all the way to the sides there. And then I have this little scrap piece of paper that has kind of the color scheme I'm looking for, so I'm going to cut that down a little bit, and I'm going to use that as a layer. Now I'm going to ink the edges of these 2 papers here, and I am using a Tim Holtz Distress ink in the color Vintage Photo. So I'm just using my little mini blending tool, and I'm inking around the edges of that. Since I have 3 different patterns of paper going on, I wanted to make sure that these are going to stand out a little bit. They're not going to get too lost. And for this one, I'm not going to do all the way around on this last piece here. I'm just going to do the edges because that's all that's going to be showing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put those down, and then I'm going to work on my title. And I do decide to go with Epic Underbite, so I'm going to use these thickers. These are chipboard, and they are called Woodland, I believe. And so I spelled out Epic Underbite, and that's going to fit nicely right there. And now I'm going to go ahead and stick my layers down here because I like how they are. The best thing about this is that I just don't have to do too much. It's really nice. It just comes together really, really quickly. I think I did this in 15 minutes, including putting down, my alphabets and all that I need to glue down individually. So it's been pretty nice. And then I have this cork arrow on my desk, and I believe someone sent that to me recently, so I'm going to stick that there too with a little die cut yes in the middle, and then I have a couple little die cuts there too that I'm going to use as well between the bow and the little scalloped border. And for those, I think the bow came from Hip Kit, and then I'm not sure where the scallop border came from. I want to say maybe American Crafts. Okay, so I'm getting my title down. For the E on the end here, I did not have another E, but I used an F and then just like a little hyphen that was included on the thicker sheet. So had to do a little MacGyvering there, not too bad. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put my arrow down, and that's just going to be pointing to the journaling there. Oh, I have my little notebook, and I'm marking off an episode I just finished. I did kind of like a little bullet journal type thing in one of my blank notebooks, and I'm keeping track of the TV shows that I'm watching, and when I finish one, I color in the episode. So that's been fun. And I just finished an episode of Blind Spot. I'm trying to catch up on it. I don't know about this show though, guys. If you guys watch Blind Spot, we need to talk about it because I'm still like really interested in the story, but oh my gosh, I find myself rolling my eyes constantly at like the drama. It's almost too much for me. Just like, oh my gosh. And I feel like, yay, FBI agents, but they're like the worst FBI agents on the planet. Like nothing goes right ever. Ugh, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think if you watch that show. For now, I'm sticking with it, but it's getting a little tedious. Okay, so I did add those two metal flowers. Those are from Basic Gray, and I used those up, so that's awesome. And now I'm going to start working on this one here. So I have this background paper that's kind of like a leathery looking, I don't know what that's supposed to be honest with you, but I had it, and it's going to go nicely. And again, I'm cutting down a little bit around the edges there so I don't have quite so big of a border for this one here. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fussy cut out this little 3x4 card that came from a cut apart sheet that I think came in one of my Noel Mignon kits, and it says together is the best place to be, or my favorite place to be. So I'm just going to fussy cut this out, and I like that it brings a little bit of color to it with the flowers and the leaves and stuff, and then the wood grain goes nicely also. And it fits really great right there. And then I have these little washi tape, this little washi tape book from Pebbles, and I'm going to use this yellow washi tape. I'm going to use a little bit on the top and then the rest on the bottom, just to bring a little bit of yellow in. I'm just tearing off the ends there so that they both, all the ends have a torn edge. That does blend in a little bit, but it's okay. All right, and now I'm going to use these Illustrated Faith chipboard pieces. I'm going to use this yellow heart and then a couple of florals. And I pulled one floral here. I'm going to end up going back and choosing a smaller one because it's just going to fit a little bit better. But I'm going to put this one up here and then this one down here. I will change that out though because it does have to go off the page and I didn't really want that. So I'll change it up here in a second because there's a smaller floral on the sheet here. So this one right here, it's a little bit smaller and it's just going to fit better if I can get it off. See, and there, that's perfect. So it fits really great, and then I don't have to cut anything off. And then I don't have to do a separate title for this one because the title's already on there and I like the way that looks. So I'm just going to keep the title of Protector there. And yes, I use stencils and a Sharpie. That was my thing back in the day. I did so many titles like that. All right, so I got that, and I'm going to put this down here. Really like the way that looks. And then this little yellow arrow that says Protective, and that is from a Bella Boulevard sticker sheet about dogs. And then that's it. So I'm going to put both of them here so you can see them, and then that's going to be it for me, guys. So I'm going to be back next week with another layout, and it will be like a full, complete redo. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys again soon. Have a great day. Bye.